on this occasion to share my knowledge of shorthand with an enlightened team of students. Dear students, let me tell you, these few years that you spend in college is the most precious years of your life. This 3 to 5 years of your education is going to set the very foundation of your future. And during this period of your life, if you utilize every opportunity that you get to learn new skills, your future will be successful. You have to develop yourself into a multi-talented person. Whatever opportunity comes your way, you should be enthusiastic to grab it and learn and develop many skills. As a student, this is the platform where you can make lot of mistakes and then you can correct it, then you can come out colorful. So, what I suggest is always be goal oriented. You should know where you're marching towards. Simply coming to the college and enjoying is not the thing that you're here, isn't it? So you have to have some goal. You should have some achievements in mind that you want to achieve, isn't it? So be goal oriented. That is very, very important. If you are goal oriented, if you have your goals very clearly in your mind, it will give you a framework to achieve the milestones. Wanting to do or complete certain things in life is a great start. Once you're clear about your goals, that means you have started on your journey for success. Goal setting provides a path for you to actually do them. There are two types of goals you should consider setting. One is a short-term goal and the other one is a long-term goal. So short term may be clearing all your exams, your professional exams, whatever you're involved in, taking part in many conference seminars, isn't it? And your long-term goal should be what is the type of job you want to be placed and what level you want to reach in your career. So that is your long-term goals. So what I suggest is whatever opportunity you get here, you have to utilize to the best of your ability. Whether you win or not is not important. Your participation is important. You have to develop the right attitude. This is the only place where you can change your personality. Because everybody will be motivating you, inspiring you, all your faculty members, our principal, MD ma'am, whenever you meet these people, they will be motivating you, inspiring you. And it is your duty to take all those inspiration and then you have to march towards your goals. 10 years from now, when you look back to your college days, you should feel proud about yourself. So, these 3 to 5 years of your college life is very, very precious. If you spend it properly, if you use it for developing your skills, developing your personality, then your future is going to be very fruitful and successful. So, always be goal oriented, focus on your goals, keep working hard. Without hard work, you cannot achieve anything considerable in life. So be consistent in your efforts and be prepared to work hard and push yourself through the tough times. Okay, so now let us go to the main topic why we are here, isn't it? So the main intention of giving this seminar is about letting you know what is shorthand, how you can learn it, what are the prospects. Isn't it? So usually shorthand, that there are different types of shorthand, but the most popularly used shorthand is the Pitman shorthand. You have a lot of books available in the market about Pitman shorthand. So let me tell you an introduction about what is a shorthand. So many of you might have heard this word shorthand. Some of you, it may be a new word. So shorthand is an abbreviated symbolic writing method. Symbols are used. If you look at the screen, at the bottom of the screen, I have put the way magazine, the word magazine is written. Okay, so what do you observe from that? It is written in some using some symbols, isn't it? So, and why this shorthand is necessary in order to increase the speed, isn't it? Speed of writing. When I say magazine, it may take a few seconds for you, but for a person who is familiar with shorthand, he just have to put the strokes, which may take a fraction of a second. So, shorthand, if you look at it, is an abbreviated symbolic language, and it is actually the art of writing shorthand, or the art of writing or converting these words into symbolic language is what is called as stenography. And this stenography has been derived from the Greek word stenos. Okay, and let us look at some of the definitions. Then I will tell you where you can apply this knowledge and which type of job you may get. Okay, so looking at the word shorthand from the Britannica Encyclopedia, they say that it is a system of rapid writing with symbols or shortcuts that can be made quickly to represent the letters of the alphabet. So whatever word you say within a fraction of a second, a few paragraphs can be written very quickly. So, the Oxford Dictionary defines it as a method of speed writing by means of the substitution of contraction or symbols for letters. Instead of letters, we are going to make use of symbols. So, what is the benefit? If you learn shorthand, as I tell you, if you look at 15 or 20 years back, okay, those days what happens is whoever learns commerce, whoever is enrolled in 11th and 12th for commerce group, they will go and start learning typing and shorthand. It was of utmost importance because technology was not much developed. Computer system was just developing those days. So what happened is typewriter and the was indispensable for any office. So a lot of typists and stenographer vacancies were there. But now when the technology has developed, isn't it? The typewriter has been substituted by the computer system, laptops, tab, whatever it is, isn't it? So because of the technological upgradation, typewriting has lost its importance. But still, the one who has learned the typing will be able to type all the contents easily by making use of a laptop or a computer system. But now, what is the benefit of learning shorthand? Shorthand, as I told you, where it is used actually. PAs and secretaries in the corporate sector, big firms if you see, they employ PAs, personal assistants, isn't it? Personal assistants for the MD or it may be for the CEO. So why this person with the skill of stenography is required? Because that CEO or the MD will be a busy person. They have to dictate certain letters to be written to important officials. So they will dictate it fast. So a person, if he has to write in English, it will take a lot of time. You may lose a lot of data. So if these symbols are made use of, if a person who is very familiar in making use of these symbols and transcribing the, speech of that person, then it will become very less time. Within less time, the person will be able to complete this task. So it facilitates the secretary to quickly make note of the telephonic discussions. That is another benefit that the person who knows channel, isn't it? So a person who is familiar with shorthand will be able to make note of all the telephonic discussions because he can write it very quickly, isn't it? Helps the secretary to learn and develop strategies by taking notes of all the discussions. So when a secretary is meeting, is in a particular meeting with the MDs or CEOs, they may give a lot of decisions, a lot of policy changes they may declare. So it is the responsibility of the secretary to convey this to all the stakeholders. So he can easily make note of whatever is being discussed in the course of the meeting. And what is the scope? As a student, you may have a lot of questions in mind. Why do or why should I learn shorthand? Isn't it? Because shorthand has actually lost its importance these days, but still the opportunities are plentifully available. Those who identify that, those who realize that still stenographers are required, those who realize the benefit of learning shorthand, definitely they are getting wonderful opportunities. And we will learn about how to write shorthand, how to make use of it, what are the consonants and vowels in the forthcoming slides. So, scope, if you see, only a few candidates are learning shorthand. Okay, so a person, if he is able to differentiate the skill of shorthand, only then he will develop a inclination towards learning that. Because particularly if you see, as I told you, those who are acting as a secretary in different corporate sectors, they may find it very, very useful because the secretary has to comply with what is being discussed during the course of the meeting. And another important area is the journalist. Persons who are working as a journalist, they have to take lot of notes from different higher officials, politicians, leaders. So those leaders will not be patient enough to say slowly, isn't it? They may just dictate their points very fast. So only if the journalist is able to make the notes very fast, only then they will be able to succeed in their profession. And another area where the stenography will be helpful is the court reporter. Court reporter sits in a courtroom. He will be recording all the court cases as the case gets proceeded. And most importantly, accuracy plays a huge role. If that person who is making note of the case, if he does some mistake, it will become a big offense, isn't it? It will create lot of problems. Negative consequences will be created. And that is why those who are very adept in stenography only can take up that profession. And many stenos are required in law offices. A steno will work with an attorney, transcribing letters and documents as he speaks. So whatever speech is being heard, the stenographer will be in a position to just make a note of it. And if you look at the openings in the government, lot of openings are available for stenographers in the government offices, from the entry level to the supervisory level as well. And what are the benefits and career prospects for the student? As a student, you will be able to take your lecture notes quickly and efficiently without any difficulty. If you are attending an important conference or seminar, you can catch all the important points and make a note of it. And in any important event, you will be able to record the discussions quickly, isn't it? So even if the speech is being delivered at a very fast pace, you will be in a position to make note of it. And whatever you write in shorthand, only you can understand. Or anybody who knows shorthand will be able to understand to some extent. Okay, once you become a master of shorthand, once you learn shorthand thoroughly, and once when you improve your speed of writing in shorthand, then you can have your own strokes. You can write in your own way too. So what is the educational qualification required for a person to become a stenographer? The person who undertakes the job of writing in shorthand is called a stenographer, isn't it? Or in short is called as a steno. So for applying for government exams, okay, so in central government, if you have to get placed, grade C and grade D exams are conducted, and the minimum educational qualification for applying for that steno post in government is actually you need to have a 12th standard pass, that is enough, and 80 words per minute in shorthand and typewriting skills you should possess. So this is what is the minimum requirement for applying for grade D. Grade C, you may be expected to have more speed. That is, 80 words per minute is short and lower, and 120 words per minute is short and higher. So if you want to learn the skill, you have to join some technical institute, which is there in the society. So a lot of typewriting and shorthand institutes are being operating, or even individuals will be handling such classes. So you have to, and what is the time period that is required for you to master the skill? You have to learn shorthand at least for 1 year. Only then you will be able to appear for the lower exam. And as far as shorthand is concerned, consistent practice is required. You have to practice it regularly if you want to master that skill. And what are the opportunities? The opportunities for an efficient steno is available. Not only in India, all over the world, these opportunities are available. And some stenos also work as freelancers. Either you can join a private sector company, or you can prepare for the government exams, or you can also practice as a freelancer for many concerns.